Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Coin Lady channel. XRP is the topic of discussion, and its price has recently begun to rise. And right now, everyone is ecstatic about this because after being stuck in a rut for so long, elation sets in at the sight of any upward movement. However, I appreciate the presence of green candles. Some cryptocurrency enthusiasts on Twitter are now speculating that the Federal Reserve will soon raise interest rates. The price of crypto will drop again soon, you will see. To be honest, I'm not completely convinced. Perhaps this is the first step in a much larger process. If XRP keeps rising at this rate, they may buy out the SEC and get rid of Gary Gensler for bringing a case against him. Excellent, in my opinion. It's how most people feel when they see that kind of price change, so I figured I'd share it with everyone. You've heard that eventually it will happen. The time will come when this occurs. People aren't fans of this because holding on is difficult enough without having to do so for an indefinite amount of time, and this only makes things worse. However, Rome wasn't built in a day. Cryptocurrency is also no longer a quick way to amass wealth. After a 16% increase on March 21, XRP has the highest percentage gain among the top 50 cryptocurrencies. By a wide margin, XRP's nearly 18% gain against the US dollar has made it the best performer among the top 50 cryptocurrencies by market cap. So, what do you anticipate will occur when this case is finally resolved and XRP skyrockets? There are those who believe that $13 should no longer be considered a ceiling. There's a growing consensus that $20 is the minimum, and some even say $27. In my view, $13 is not going to be the ceiling. Among the reasons why the XRP ledger has been expanding and growing at such a rapid rate over the course of the past year is because of this. It has persisted all year long so far, with little change in prices. My impression is that the price is artificially low. That's why I think it has the potential to increase to $20 or more if and when it hears the settlement news or the judge rules in favor of Ripple. To counter the SEC, Ripple has taken a major defensive measure: a higher XRP value. The SEC and Ripple are engaged in a legal battle over whether or not the XRP token can be considered an investment. Ripple and the SEC are currently engaged in a legal battle over whether or not the XRP token qualifies as an investment. A judge recently sided against the SEC in a case with similar facts. Ripple is now using this judge's ruling to bolster its own case against the SEC. To put it another way, that's the expectation. They claim that the new details prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Ripple would emerge victorious. And that, they say, is what's driving up the price. These ISO coins, however, are not the only alternative currency to be on the rise. There are three main reasons why the US government is preventing crypto from being used in conventional banking. As we can see, they like to use the crypto as bad card whenever possible. The US government's concerns about the crypto industry's vulnerability to fraud, money laundering with Bitcoin, and terrorism financing are well-founded. We are aware that some forms of cryptocurrency may be used maliciously, but this is by no means true of the whole sector. However, as long as they maintain this narrative, retail investors will be wary of crypto. This discourages potential investors. Regular folks will never use crypto, and that story will be told for as long as possible. The inherent peril of crypto assets. Cryptocurrency price swings are now well understood. Most of us are just waiting for the big, sudden jumps in price. On the other hand, a similar decline is possible in crypto. That said, a billion risk is not lost on us, but we persist. The safety of cryptocurrency holders. Many retail investors have lost a lot of money due to the lack of knowledge among crypto companies regarding basic crypto risk control practices. The US government wants to protect investors from the risk that cryptocurrencies pose. When I first started working with crypto, the government wasn't there to save me. I was aware of the potential danger, and I still don't think the government has any obligation to come to my aid if something were to happen today. However, I believe that crypto investment has evolved significantly since the day I first began dabbling in the space. It seems like a very secure investment if you pick the right cryptocurrencies to put your money into. Consider this. You are betting on a specific scenario or practicality. Do you have any predictions for the long-term fate of ISO coins? they will cause many people to become incredibly wealthy. The money they give you will completely change your life. Putting money into cryptocurrency now may very well be the best decision I make in my entire life. Next, consider this. So, crypto mining may hinder the United States' ability to combat climate change. So Bitcoin mining is making it harder for the US to combat global warming. I mean, seriously. To complain about corruption in Washington while politicians use private jets to travel the world is hypocritical, to put it mildly. And you're aware. You can never stop global warming because it's a complete hoax. What you're suggesting is, in fact, a standard tactic advocated by the World Economic Forum. In the future, we will be taxed using carbon credits. Any and all of your desired actions. To engage in such activities, you will require carbon credits. For what it's worth, I think it's funny. A blockchain could be used, but a stable value currency pegged to the dollar or the euro would be needed as a bridge. Perhaps an alternative currency, such as Ripple's. Gary Gensler acknowledged in 2018 that XRP is a cryptocurrency. Unfortunately, we continue to be mired in this legal battle. And I think the big banks had control over Gary once he got to the SEC. They have Gary in a complete state of puppetry. And you know what? I wish we had Gary Gensler, MIT, instead of Gary Gensler, head of the SEC, because I remember when Gary was first getting hired at the SEC, when he was first brought in, everybody hailed that because they knew he was so pro-crypto until he got there. And then suddenly it shifted. And that brings us up to the present. The XRP whale community is confident that Ripple will win its case against the SEC. Let's take a look at this, then. The number of XRP whales has increased as large investors amass 420 million tokens. Chain metrics from Sentiment reveal 50 new whale addresses on the XRP ledger, each holding 10 million to 100 million XRP, suggesting that the largest investors likely anticipate a positive outcome in the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit. Then that's what's driving the price up, not ISO just yet, though I have a sneaking suspicion the whales always know when something big is about to happen. I think the price of XRP will skyrocket once that case is resolved, so they want to stock up while they can at these low prices. Excerpt one of the articles is hidden. According to the aforementioned Boom article, declaring 2.0 banks must also be adaptable enough to welcome the arrival of new point-to-point global networks like Ripple. And here in the article it is plainly displayed. The Clearing 2.0 bank needs to be adaptable enough to settle in whatever currencies the various stakeholders require, including the newly emerging ones like Ripple and XRP. Even though all signs point to Ripple and XRP, some remain convinced that ISO won't have a major impact on the cryptocurrency market. I've played you video after video where they discuss how cryptocurrencies are subjected to stringent testing to ensure they meet ISO standards. They shouldn't put it through all that testing just to scrap it later. The outcome of this is predictable. As holders of XRP, we understand our assets. Open and regulated global payments are the topic of this United Nations Capital Development Fund report. This January, the Inner Network also mentioned ILP and COIL, two other protocols essential to interoperability. Again, all signs point in this path. It's still my opinion that Ripple will eventually outcompete SWIFT. As RippleNet is adopted by a growing number of companies, financial institutions, and governments, XRP will naturally follow. For this reason, I warn that it will become increasingly expensive in the years ahead. With the recent news of Ripple's partnership with a significant UK non-profit, I feel compelled to once again highlight the positive impact that Ripple is having on the world. Consequently, Ripple is now the primary sponsor of a critically important UK-based children's charity. Cindy Young, the company's UK and Europe MD, announced the partnership with the Great Ormond Street Hospital Children's Charity on Twitter. The financial technology firms will use their blockchain technology to collaborate with the impressive dedication of the GOSH charity. The company will also use its technology and resources to help children with cancer and their families, according to the announcement. That's a practical application that'll really help people out there. Nonetheless, there's something I need to say before we wrap up this video. The XRP price is rising, as we can see. Where it goes from here is anyone's guess. It has the potential to be the start of a major upswing, as I mentioned. Until then, all we can do is wait. Also, I really do hope that this case is resolved soon. People who have the ability to do so, however, argue that XRP is not here to stay. When XRP finally breaks $20 and beyond, everyone will be taken aback, but I have faith that this next run will continue for a while. Keep in mind that more and more nations are expected to join ESO, and I believe they would be making a good decision to do so. Remember that XRP is both a messaging and a liquidity tool. And at a time when the banking system is in disarray, that liquidity will be crucial. That being said, I'm going to end this video. For those of you who have been tuning in, I appreciate your attention. Thanks to everyone who has watched my videos. Please like and subscribe my channel if you enjoyed it. See you later, bye.